In the young adult class, or the high school class, we've been studying so far this quarter. The class title has been We Want to See Jesus, and the basic premise of the class has been that viewing the Bible as a complete story, from the beginning of Genesis all the way to the end of the Bible, that it is one connected story that has one central thread that ties it together, being Jesus. And I know growing up, a lot of times, for some reason, I get it to an extent. I think we avoided using words like calling the Bible a story or referring to people in the Bible as characters, because oftentimes that kind of novelizes it and turns it into something when they are real, that they were real people, that they weren't just characters. So I get that. But one of the things I think is so incredible is when you get those moments and these little glimpses where you can pick up a little bit of a nugget here and there that somehow connects all to itself. And there's one that I saw this last week that really stuck out with me, and it was in relation to the story of David, and something I had never really thought about, and maybe y'all might know where this is heading. But have you ever asked yourself the question, why did David pick 5 stones? When he was going to face Goliath, we see in the book of Samuel that it's noted that he took 5 stones. And I don't know, for some reason, when I think about that, it's something that, in my mind, it's almost counter to what that story is about, that the confidence that David would have had in God and him going to Saul and everything, all the actions he took, and the fact that he wasn't afraid and he was confident in God, knowing that even though he was going to face a literal giant, God would provide for him, but yet he still took 5 stones. And so I think there might be a couple different ways that you can view that, but something I saw that was interesting and just food for thought, that there's this little nugget that we get in the book of 2 Samuel 21, in verses 18 through 22, if you want to follow along with what I'm reading. But again, 2 Samuel 21, 18 through 22. After this, there was again war with the Philistines at Gob. Then Sychabai the Hushite struck down Saph, who was one of the descendants of the giants. And there was again war with the Philistines at Gob, and Elhan, the son of Jerogram, the Bethlehemite, struck down Goliath the Gittite, the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. And there was again war at Gath, where there was a man of great stature, who had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in number, and he also was descended from the giants. And when he taunted Israel, Jonathan, the son of Shimei, David's brother, struck him down. These 4 were descended from the giants in Gath, and they fell by the hand of David and by the hand of his servants. So if you think about it, when we read this verse, we have 4 named giants. Think back to where Goliath himself was from. Where was he from? He was from Gath. There's a 5th giant. And I'm not saying that these were the only giants that maybe existed, but at least in this time, if you think about it this way, we know 5 named giants in the Bible. I don't think it's too far of a stretch to consider the fact that they, as well being kin from the same land, David may have known about them going into this situation with Goliath. I don't think it's too far of a stretch to think that David, instead of doubting in God, based off of what we see his actions to say otherwise, was so confident in God that he knew that day, if he had the opportunity, he would have struck down all 5 of those giants. Food for thought. I can't say for certain. I think that, again, it's something that someone else pointed out, but when it comes to the narrative of the Bible, the story of the Bible, I do think it fits in with what we see from David's actions that day. So in closing this evening, I'd ask you this question. How confident are you in God? All of us in our own way are facing different events, trials, challenges, giants in our own lives. How confident are you in God's ability to deliver you through those situations? That if this evening you feel so confident that you want to place your faith in him and that you want to put on his son's name in baptism, the water's right here and it's ready for you. For other people, we always offer an invitation that maybe those giants are seeming overwhelming and maybe you need the prayers of your brothers and sisters here. This is an opportunity to do so. Whatever it may be, as we continue on through this week, remember the confidence that David had in his God and the fact that we serve the exact same God and we can have that same level of confidence in him. Whatever your need might be, if you have any of them, come now as we stand to sing.